up your phone for somebody and you know what I'm saying, you're sitting there and you're talking to them, you're giving them your time, and they don't even appreciate it because they chastising you and trying to chew your head off, you don't even have to yell. This is what I want to tell my queens, my beautiful ladies out here. You don't have to yell at a man ever. Don't ever raise your voice at a man. It just makes you look foolish. Don't raise your voice at him. You know, I get upset too and I have to reel myself in, like control my emotions. You don't have to raise your voice at that man. Because you could tell him exactly what you want to tell him and say it in his very same tone. Nice, calm, humble. You don't have to raise your voice. Raising your voice at a man is just going to escalate that man. It's going to escalate the situation. You don't ever want to escalate the situation because you know that you cannot physically fight this man. You can't physically go back and forth with him. It's no man. I mean, there are some weak dudes out here. There's some noodle back dudes. There's some little dudes that didn't finish growing. There's some dudes that's the same size as my 8th grader, and they grown ass men. And I really feel like some of y'all parents did some drugs or something and didn't allow y'all to finish developing, or some of y'all started smoking weed, smoking and doing a little bit too much too early. So I got off subject. I know I got off subject. But yeah, don't try to battle these dudes. Ladies, do not try to battle these dudes. It's only gonna end up your demise, you know what I mean? Physically, we are not strong as men. There are some weaker men, but still, just because he's smaller than you or he's weaker than you, that doesn't mean you have a battle. Like, there's a challenge there. Don't do that. Like, don't do that. Don't do that to the kings. Don't do that to the brothers. Don't do that to the men. Don't do that to the dudes. Don't do that to the deadbeats, to the baby daddies. Don't do that to them. Whatever their flaws is, let their flaws be their flaws. You know what I mean? You have your flaws, they have their flaws, but trying to, you know, physically fight a male, that's it's just not gonna play out the way that you want it to play. So don't even yell at him. You know, if a guy's on your phone and he's going in on you, just sit the phone down. Minutes are free, y'all. Minutes are free. You know what I mean? You got unlimited service. Now, if you got a service where you paying for minutes, I don't know who does that, but if you got a service that you paying for minutes, then yeah, of course, don't let your minutes run up. But I mean, hang up at that point, you know. Just say, you're not gonna yell at me. I'm not gonna listen to you yell at me. You're not gonna raise your tone. You're gonna talk to me nice, or you're not gonna talk to me twice. Period. So you don't have to raise your voice because they're raising their voice. All you have to do is just put the phone down, let them keep on talking, go off, do what you gotta do. When you come back, you gonna see that phone is either gonna be hung up, or or he's still gonna be sitting there talking. And he's probably gonna still be sitting there talking because he think you sitting there listening. So he gonna still keep on sitting there talking. So let him just talk. Let him run out. Let him run. You can let the minutes just run up and run up. You know what I mean? Minutes are free. If you have unlimited service, minutes is free. He ain't even. It's not affecting your phone. So just let him run his mouth. You know, and at the end of the day, I really hate focusing on the end of the day. I like to focus on beginning of days. So at the end of the day and the beginning of the next day, he's gonna still feel whatever he's feeling, and you're gonna feel the same beautiful feeling that you feel. You're not gonna have all of his negativity poured into you because you sat there and let him chew you out or chastise you for 20-30 minutes on the phone like he was your dad. And he just broke you down, talked about you in every way, talked about your hair, your nails, your this, your that, your everything. He just went all in on you. And you were supposed to sit there and listen to him. Nobody's going to sit there and break me down. Ever. Ever. If you can't talk to me nice, you will never talk to me. Ever. Period. I'm going to have to clip this video and make this another video because I need people to understand, like, you can't talk to people the way you want to talk to people and get the right response, you know, the response that you're expecting. I will let you run the minutes right on up, and your lips will just keep on running. I don't have to yell at you. I'm not going to raise my blood pressure because you choose to go off on me for whatever reason. No, not going to happen. So, there are a lot of fathers who aren't in full control of their children. And so that's what lead them to treat every woman in their circle, in their area, every woman that gets on their phone, every woman that's on their social media, every woman that they work with, co-workers. They will sit there and try to chastise her, belittle her, tell her everything that's negative about her, everything that they want to tell, but they don't have access to their children. Those are the people that they should be talking to in that way, in that manner. They don't have access to their children. So this is what makes them think, I have to be a father to everybody in this world. No, baby, you don't. You just have to be a father to your seeds, the ones that came out of your nuts. That's it. You don't have to be a father to every woman in this world. Every woman in this world does not need you to be a father figure to her. Okay? So ladies, give yourself credit, because these men will try to beat you down. They will try to break you down. If you have negative friends around you, your female friends will try to break you down. They will try to bring you down. What is that? I just said it the other day on a video. Don't try to help me. You can't help yourself. Unbig your back before you try to say that you have my back. Focus on you. Why do people be so focused if they're not willing to support your channel or whatever it is that you're doing, your endeavors, but they focus so much on it? If you're not willing to focus on it in a supportive manner, don't focus on it in a negative manner. Go about your merry little way and leave me be. So I just want to remind all my queens out there, you have a purpose here. Give yourself credit. Give yourself credit for the time that you have been there for your kids. If something that has happened, like for my situation, you know, if something has transpired and you're no longer with your child for whatever reason, don't beat yourself up about it. You know, it is what it is. Some things are out of your control. You can't control everything. And that's where my problem lies. I try to control everything, and I can't. So I have to humble myself. I have to swallow my pride. And, you know, I have to show my vulnerability. Show how vulnerable I am and how open I am and willing I am to still be that active mother, although she's living with her father now. He only got a good 4 years, 4 more years to raise her. Like, he's doing me a favor, but I want to allow her to live. I mean, really, ultimately, when you co-parenting and a child gets to a certain age, it's really up to the child, because a child should be able to make a decision for themselves. Like, a decision to harm themselves, no, but a decision that's going to move them to the other parent's home, that's not like a foul decision. I would have loved for my daughter to continue to stay with me, you know, until she got to college, but it's her choice. It's her choice. It's her choice. It's her father's choice. It's out of my hands. You know, all I can do is wish her the best and pray for her, you know, every day. Can't talk to her every day because, you know, of the phone situation. But, you know, I can't dwell on that either, you know. So I'm just gonna sip my tea and try to stay positive. Okay? So I hope y'all enjoyed this read today. Give yourself credit. September 14th, today, 2024. So I'll put these videos up here, like I said, as a self journal. I could call it a journal vlog or something like that. Yeah, I probably need to rebrand my channel. Well, I kind of not rebrand it, but kind of like retitle it, because I do videos about everything. So yeah, I know I always say about breaking cycles and creating change, like being the change, spreading love, peace, positivity. That's just what the zombie slayer means. That's why I came up with the zombie slayer title.